The world is burning. Let's masturbate. People in the Houses of Parliament masturbate. People in Buckingham Palace, they masturbate. People at the United Nations, they masturbate. Watercolor artists, they masturbate. Lollipop ladies, lollipop men, masturbating. People living in substandard housing, not able to afford acrylic paint, they masturbate. The world is burning. Let's masturbate.
You get to the fun part?
Yeah. It's going to be more, of course, a lot of blood, violence, guns involved as well. And it's very gritty. And it's a different feel compared to what the other MCU stuff that we've seen.
Freudian slip.
I learned a long time ago that there's no sense getting all riled up every time a bunch of idiots give you a hard time. In the end, the universe tends to unfold as it should. Plus, I have a really large penis. That keeps me happy.
Now, what it got here is a scrotum and nothing else.
Vagina.
Bravo, bravo. We just watched this, or is it not live now? Yeah, I was watching the preview of the clip. Sorry, that's a really great word. I was reading something in the private chat, and you couldn't read it. I was previewing a clip. X-Ray Girl was a little confused. So was I, to be honest with you. Hi, everybody. Yeah. It's been a while since I pulled out that Drunk 3 Prio intro. Poor Jay. The Forrest Gump of geeks and gamers. Jay. Drunk 3 Prio. We love him. Acrobatic Chronicles. Back. Acrobatic Chronicles. Hi, everybody. Trinoculus P. John Campia's mole. Mole. Does he have a mole? I didn't even notice. Welcome anybody who watches John Campia. That's fine. He has a great co-host once in a while. Is he still on there? Honestly, I haven't checked in a while. Robert Meyer Burnett. Jay is good. John Oden, volume dealer. White chocolate. What's up? The Rod. A man simply named The Rod. Oh, I'm assuming it's a man. It is modern times. James the Mando, Darth Jager, Flav, Daniel Bloom, the Logan Squad. We love the Logan Squad. My son is part of the Logan Squad, I guess, because his name is Logan. As is Wonky Eyebrow. Hail to you, Raven in the writing desk. Welcome to the Nooner. It's a super chat square. This is mostly what it's going to be. We have a hell of a lot to get to. Couple things before we get going. Thank you, Kumar. I appreciate that. We love you too. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. It is Christmas Eve. Of course, tomorrow, programming note. Currently, this is the Rumble exclusive Nooner, but we are dual streaming on Nerdrotic Live. Rumble likes us to do that because it helps tell people that we're over on Rumble. This isn't the last one of the year. Second last one of the year, I think. I don't know. I haven't been up very long and I'm still drinking my first coffee. But yeah, Merry Christmas. I hope everybody's hanging with family. There's going to be a football game on damn near every day this week. I actually had a pretty good time watching some mediocre games on Red Zone, which is NFL for ADHD with my older son. We're just chilling out watching Red Zone. That was good. I have my 4K fireplace going on where you can't see it, giving it some ambience. We have our Christmas decorations. And you can't see it there, but Dr. Doom has a Christmas hat on. Theoden has a Christmas, and then over there you can't see. Sauron has a Christmas hat on. We're ready to fucking go in this house. Oh my God, I gotta find it. I have to find this. Hang on. I made my one contribution under the Christmas tree, and there is a video my wife sent me that is pretty accurate to what goes on in this house. Oh my God, my wife sends me so many videos. No, that's not all. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. So let's see if we can, gosh damn. Oh, I hate fucking Facebook. All right, let's see if we can share this. No, this live stream is sponsored by Meta PCs. Meta PCs. Link in the description, code in the description. Good guys and gals over there. Let's see if this plays out right. All right. Excuse me. God, I DSP'd you. Hang on. My bad. All right. Basically, this is me dropping off my one Christmas gift under the tree. POV, you finished wrapping the one gift you bought your wife after she spent the past 2 weeks buying gifts for you and the entire family.
Here it is. Holy moly. Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for! Dear God. It's beautiful. There it is.
That is me. 100%. She's like, this is you. And I'm like, yep. I come with I just low effort in the bag, maybe put some tissue paper. Maybe I actually buy the gift kind of toilet paper and don't actually put toilet paper in this time. And I go, my work here is done. Thank you. That's what wives are for. That's right. Hopefully in about 45 minutes, I have my sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I am a Harry and Meghan expert, by the way. I can read a response to my. So I was on Piers Morgan last week, and he's like, "Hey, his producers all Paul, love you, Paul. Paul's out there going, hey, for laughs, we want you and Drinker to watch Polo, at least like the first episode." I'm like, what the hell is this? And I know, like, for a couple of years on YouTube, Harry and Meghan was a bit of a thing. I understand that. Couldn't care less about the two. Hope they go back to the UK someday, just for our final revenge against the UK, for James Corden mainly. But yeah, they did this reality show called Polo about the sport of polo, which is a like straight up, it's like croquet on horses, I guess, and hockey and field hockey or whatever it is. And it's for rich folk, really rich folk. And it played out like Best in Show. It was supposed to be earnest and real, and it comes off like Best in Show, and it's kind of unintentionally hilarious. So I got this wonderful response here. I think it's in my, God, now I got something in my eye. Hang on a second, guys. I'm going to dig something out of my eye. Freaking dog hair. Dude, that's what it is. It's dog hair. Stupid dog. They're not supposed to sleep on the bed. They have their little beds. Every freaking night. I don't even know why we go through this game every night and then they're on the bed. I get dog hair in my eye. Jesus. Okay. So, yeah, somebody said something very nice to me on Twitter. I'll just read it real quick. It is here. I think I wished him a Merry Christmas. Pretty sure okay. No. It must be gone now. Somebody called me a racist for calling out Harry and Meghan. And all I said, I think, about the thing was it was unintentional. Oh, here it is right there. So this is under the Piers Morgan thing. It says, and I think all I said about them was when they make a South Park episode about you, that's kind of should be your wake-up call at that point, that maybe people are tired of you. But Laverne Merriweather on Twitter said, "No, bitch. The world is bored of you fake, racist, dumb shit cunts pretending that your issue with Meghan is anything but racism. You dumb bitch asshole. Fuck you. Fuck you twice. Fuck you twice as hard, bitch." I just said Merry Christmas. Thank you. I don't know what the discourse is like between Harry and Meghan. I didn't know anybody liked them, to be honest with you. But Merry Christmas. I believe in free speech. I do. You can call me a dumbass hoe bitch all you want. God bless America. Right. What else happened? Sonic beat Mufasa pretty badly here in America. Mufasa's doing well internationally because Sonic is not released internationally. Disney goes out and says they have the #1 movie in the world, which is technically true and all pathetic. Lots of talk about Superman. That tweet of what's the biggest is this the biggest downgrade of all time? And Henry Cavill and David Corenswet, which David Corenswet is not as good as Henry Cavill as Superman as it stands right now. Well, he'll have to be in a pretty fantastic movie to outdo we should have gotten a bunch of great Superman movies with Henry Cavill, but we didn't because we're in the fucked up timeline. Hopefully that is corrected now. Hopefully that is corrected. So my next video will be about. We got one coming out today around 2:30 Central. 2:30 Central. And then we have one. We have the top 5 woke Hollywood disasters next Monday or Tuesday. I haven't decided yet. Oh my God, Perry showed me some of that. I was, and I'm not laughing at my, well, I am laughing at my own stuff, but like, I'll do a recording and Perry does like all the embellishment, unless I give him a specific instruction. I kind of let him go and figure out his own stuff. And like, we'll see what we can get away with. Oh man. All right. hope you're all like just some of you probably have to work. Like if when I was still the working man, I'd definitely be working today. Yeah, Christmas fall in the middle of the week sucks. A certain part, like on Wednesday, right? Now, hopefully you work for a place that kind of just gives you a 5-day weekend or whatever. I don't know. I never worked at one of those places. I'd have been working today. And it would have been the hardest day. It would have been fucking terrible. Like I'm thinking particularly for when I worked in auto parts, right? So when I worked in the auto industry, it would have been a 10, 12-hour day, working through lunch, working through all my breaks to get set up so I could have a couple days off. I'm sure most of you, if not all, absolutely know what I'm talking about. That day before your few days off or a couple days off or even day off is a fucking nightmare. And all the customers are desperate. We're about to go travel. We waited till last minute and we need, our car broke down, or we need a basic tune-up, or we need this. We need tires. We need an oil change because our maintenance light came on. Well, most of those are bullshit. They're set to timers. You don't need to change your oil every 3,000 miles. 5,000 is fine, especially if it's synthetic. But yeah, it was just a fucking nightmare. And then we'd work Christmas Eve. It would be called a half day. I'd get off at 4, maybe. Then you're exhausted. You're just exhausted. The good old days. At the comic shop, it was a lot more fun. It was nuts, though. Christmas Eve was one of our best days of the year by far. Last minute gifts, lots of new customers. Desperate. Made a lot of money, though. Made a lot of money. Made a lot of... Well, where's the research? God, we have a lot to read. I should probably get to it. But yeah. So tomorrow, programming note, we'll be doing our annual read of Santa's Husband by Daniel Kibblesmith. That's right. On the real BBC will be in the evening. Okay, in the evening in the States. We do a Christmas Eve show. Mahler, Az, and I have done it the last 3 years now. So we just decided to move the real BBC to the evening. We track Santa Claus. We might play some games, talk some shit about Hollywood, hang out. And it's and it's for, people who are working Christmas Eve, who are traveling, who can't be with their family, or just want to ignore their family. So we will ignore our families for you and we'll be live. We'll be live Christmas Eve. We'll be live. Oh, yeah. Oh, how could I forget this? This made me so happy. Hang on. God, I'm starting to tweet like a 14-year-old girl now. I love being on Twitter. It is kind of fun. Yes. This tweet right here is fantastic. This is just... This is just beautiful. The culture has shifted. We're in a great paradigm shift when, Sylvester Stallone can openly stump for Trump in Mar-a-Lago. No effects. Justine Bateman's been out there just tearing it up. No negative effects on her. Zachary Levi, tearing it up. No negative effects on him at all so far. That's when the culture has shifted. We also know, and I mentioned this briefly in the video, that there'll be a lot of people going, "Oh, I was always against this woke stuff." That was crazy, wasn't it? Wasn't that strange? That was such a weird era, that woke. No, it wasn't crazy. Well, it wasn't strange. It was evil. And many of you participated in it. Don't pretend you didn't. We're not going to forgive. But years down the line, after practicing some humility, self-introspection, some atonement, for those of you who played part in it, there might be a time we're a forgiving nation. We're a forgiving nation. Cenk Uygur being at Turning Point, interesting choice. I've seen both sides of the argument, and while I agree that we can't be, which is it's the rest of the world that practices common sense, not Republicans. What kind of Republican are you? There's lots of Republicans, for which I am not one. I'm not a Democrat either. There are a lot of Republicans. Fuck the rhinos. The rhinos are the biggest problem for our country right now. They are the most dangerous thing to our country right now because they're scheming, conniving pieces of shit. But Cenk Uygur, applause at Turning Point. That wouldn't be the guy I pick. That wouldn't be the guy I pick. If you want to roll out Anna Kasparian, okay. Maybe. But man, they switched sides fast, didn't they? Woo, get whiplash from that shit. You get whiplash from that shit. But the horse fucker, Armenian genocide denier, wanted MAGA to die for so long. I mean, you're forgiving though, which makes you better than them. I'm a forgive kind of person. I never forget. No. But we got this. This was a gem yesterday. This was an absolute gem. And Elon tweeting, just going, yes! Oh, my God.
We're going to stop woke. Woke is bullshit. We're going to
let's hear it again.
Stop woke. Woke is bullshit.
Oh, it's music to my ears. So beautiful. So beautiful. I think there's a time coming where we just don't have to say woke anymore. Will woke still be around? Yes. Will DEI be named to something else? Yes. Will they regroup because they're already in the building? Yes. Now, for the people who've been shown the door, will they be able to get back in? That's questionable. Because at least to some sanity or a forced realization has come in that you still need to make money, and activists, political activists who are just there to be political activists, TM, are a cancer to your industry, to any industry that is in the free market, but particularly to entertainment, which has to be a mass appeal industry to exist. As much as every adult pretender or creative out there wants to make high art, you know what pays for your high art? Superhero films, blockbusters, popular culture. And the activists have destroyed it. So your market driver has been utterly destroyed. And the worst news is you still have holdovers. A lot of fucking holdovers. Survive until 25. Good rhyme? Don't think so. The projected box office total for next year, which could change, this is projected is, and this is, we're getting a full slate of movies. This year, we did not get a full slate of movies. Lots of stuff was delayed from the strikes, as you guys remember. Next year will be a full slate and is projected at 33.2 billion. That is about 10 billion under 2019, not adjusting for inflation. You adjust for inflation, it's more. You account for there being fewer movie theaters, because there are. Even with our public bailout. Yes, if you don't remember, Biden signed a bailout for stage and theater, which was taxpayer-funded COVID bailout for theaters, which I was 100% against. I like theaters. I love theaters. Tax money should be going to roads, people suffering from hurricanes. You know, that's, if we're going to have tax money, that's what I want it to go to, not the fucking movie theaters. You know who could have paid for the movie theaters? Hollywood. They're a giant, mega, multi-billion-dollar industry, and you need them. Feel the same way about sports, by the way. I don't think any tax money should ever go into a fucking stadium. I think private organizations and billionaires can build their own, and they're usually pretty good when they build their own. When the city builds it, it's usually shit and has to be replaced in 20 years. So, it's going to be a rough time, but as I say in my video, it's not about what the good stories were always out there. The good ideas were always out there. They made purposeful decisions to steer away from stories that would have made them more money, to lean into the message, hoping that they could just take the mask off of Steve Rogers, Captain America, put it on Sam Wilson, and you would just buy it. And that's just the latest example. And turns out it's not a good strategy. Hope isn't a strategy. So now, my next video will be the culmination of the articles that have come out in the last week and a half, technically, which are astounding. One in particular. Now, we read one on FNT. Where the Hollywood Reporter, it almost, aside from one line in that paragraph, it could have been written by, well, I can't say Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers because he can't write, but Ryan, Chris Gore, Christian Toto, Will, the Critical Drinker, Az, Mahler, yours truly. I mean, I'd have to dictate it because I can't spell. I mean, I could write a sentence. It's crazy how like how fast the realization has come. Oh, it's because the bottom fell out and it was always there. But yeah, the rest will be in my video. That was fantastic to hear though, because like you can hear things now out in the open that, as I said on FNT, would have gotten you canceled 2 years ago. Gemma, I can't remember her last name, the Bond girl from The Quantum of Solace, my favorite parody theme of all time, said, yeah, James Bond should be a guy. We need to respect tradition. She would have gotten destroyed on Jack Dorsey's Twitter. Destroyed. Utterly destroyed. Gina Carano posts now what she did back then. I don't think she gets canceled. As Justine Bateman pointed out on Megyn Kelly, and I believe she pointed it out on Film Threats interview. Go watch Film Threats interview. It's fucking fantastic. The infrastructure for cancel culture has been dealt a grievous mortal wound. Twitter. Twitter was the number one driver of cancel culture. Numero uno. So that apparatus is gone. I'm just going to say we've had a lot of winning this month and a half. We've already gotten our Christmas presents. We were very good boys and girls. Santa came early. I understand that. Yes, X. I mean X. I got to start respecting it now. I got to start respecting that it's called X. It's X. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's get to the soups. Before we do, I will announce what Christmas movies I'm watching tonight. My go-to, I don't think it's the best. I don't even think it's my favorite, but it's in my top 3 for sure. My go-to, though, my first go-to is Scrooged. Directed by Dick Donner. Karen Allen, Bill Murray. It's clowning the television industry, which, I mean, it's what was considered parody. My favorite part is the beginning when Robert Mitchum's asking Bill Murray's character, he's all, do you know how many cats and dogs watch television? And Bill Murray's like, what the fuck? But you know that conversation's been had at every network. everywhere. My dog watches TV. Remy, she was watching I was watching Grand Tour of the Scandi Flick last night. She was digging it. What up, 50 Shades of Grayson? I see you there. All right, so we're gonna get this done. I'm on a time limit today, so let's go. Macho Camacho for 20. Oh, by the way, shit, I keep going. By the way, rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. One of my top 3 favorite players from when I was a kid to an adult. A great Padre, a great A, a great Blue Jay. Fuck the Dodgers. A Mariner. I can't even count tell you how many teams it's been on, but dead at 65. Stolen base king. I don't know if he still leads in walks. I haven't paid attention lately, but just freaking and referred to himself in the third person, and it wasn't lame. And if you go out there, it's on Jim Rome show. The late great Tony Gwynn does the best impression of Ricky Henderson. But yeah, rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. Macho Camacho for $20. Gary, what are the odds you, Shad, and Ryan live long enough to see a new proper Star Wars movie in a theater again? I think the odds are good for Ryan because he's just angry enough to live to 106. Shad leads a pretty healthy life, okay? Shad doesn't drink. There's a lot of stuff Shad does not partake in. So I think there's a pretty chance. Me, no chance. None whatsoever. None. The Bald Woner for $5. In the trailer, when Soups looks defeated, maybe he's playing cleanup. The other characters are being careless and he's coming up behind them, saving people like that little girl, and he's about to confront them. Well, we discussed this at FNT, and I'll be quick about this. And we were thinking maybe that's later in the movie. I correct myself because even in my Superman review video, it says in the article, it really insinuates that that's at the beginning of the movie. Like somebody attacks the Fortress of Solitude. So I don't know, but it could be after he kicks a lot of ass and defeats the bad guy and then falls out of the sky because it was a tough fight. James Gunn going out and saying, well, he's our country right now. It's beaten up. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Our country's beaten up. That's what led to November 5th. Our country has been bloodied and beaten as our rights. And our economy has been just fucking brutalized. So yeah, we got to win, but we're looking like we're at the end of an 80s action movie. Our shirts are our wife beaters are all torn off, and collectively, even the women, which makes it image a little better. We're beaten and bloody. An explosion. We're walking away from an explosion behind us, and we're ready for the sequels. We're ready to know. And the truth is, like everything we've gone through, this cultural shift, we're only at the beginning. We're only at the beginning. Have fun. Take your victory laps. Enjoy the well-earned wins. Take a shower. Dress your wounds. Like at the end of the 80s movie, just stitch up yourself while smoking a cigar. Be ready for some more. Yeah. Hail EFAP War Arc rankings. Zorro's best Gladiator and Braveheart and Knight's Tale Musketeers. None of the decent ones. Beats 300. No wonder the emus triumphed. Is Vegemite made from paint chips? Merry Christmas all. It tasted like it did. Deep Breezy 25, and we talked about that on FNT. Is Zorro's good. I'm not gonna say it's better than Braveheart or Gladiator, but I love Zorro. Ryan Kindle's Gay Subconscious for $20. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Jeremy Griggs. Sealy, I cannot pronounce your last name. I'm sorry, for $5. Hey, you guys should invite V Infuso to the group one day. You guys have the same views, but he's having a hard time with his channel. Why is he having a hard time with this channel? Just be aware that every time YouTube changes something on the app, we'll call it the app, it fucks up the algorithm for 2 weeks. No reason to panic or anything. It's ups and downs, baby. That's all it is ups and downs. Just enjoy the ride. Adam Rollins for $4.99. By Shad's rule, Muppets Christmas Carol, best Christmas film, isn't a Christmas film. That man could be redeemed by ghosts of any holiday. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Shad's just wrong. Gary, are you or anyone else doing a Christmas stream for the Lonely Souls? Yes. Our Rob or Ross for £5 tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, around 6. Around 6. Something like that. We most definitely are. Aurora Uplinks for $5. I think Shad only thinks it is Christmas if it is peaceful and about people getting along. What is Christmas movie with violence? Is it Christmas? Yes. Yes. You can have violence, you can have boobs. Die Hard is a modern Grinch story, stealing the presents in the vault while everyone is celebrating Christmas season above the floors, plotting to kill them. Yeah. Charles Foster for $5. The fact that Bruce Willis stopped terrorists was a Christmas miracle, making it a Christmas movie. Exactly. We did an entire EFAP. I almost made it to the end. Breaking this down. Break that there's Christmas miracles in Die Hard. And there's blood. And blood is red. And red reminds you of Christmas. Die Hard plot. John's plans to spend Christmas with his estranged wife in a desperate attempt to save their marriage is interrupted by terrorist plot. Christmas movie. Enough said, Shad. Thank you, Brian Hall, for $10. Shad, by your reasoning, Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie. Primary point of movie. Boy left alone, must defend himself. Need to rethink your view. Gary Carpenter is right. The chat is right. Shad is wrong. Violent Night. Yes. I saw Violent Night and I liked it. David Harbour plays, it's goofy and like a streaming movie, just like Red One, but it could be a spiritual sequel to The Northman. Just saying. Martin Kohler for $40. Die Hard happens because of the party, because of the business's success. It doubles as a Christmas party because of the time of the year, and it's Japanese. They even mentioned it in the movie. When John McClane goes to Mr. Suzuki Toyota and says, I didn't know the Japanese celebrate Christmas. He's like, you got us with Pearl Harbor. We got you with tape decks. Whether it's Christmas or not, they would have the party. And they did mention that. They're all, well, it's doubling for us closing our biggest deal, but we decided to make it a Christmas party. Listen, Christmas parties at work, I've been to many, are generally pretty good, actually. Are general, I never complained about them. Got some good free food, Especially the couple of dealerships I worked at were owned by mega rich dudes, including one was in San Diego named Steve Cushman. San Diegans will know who he is. Yes, he did get caught with a hooker in downtown San Diego in the 80s, but man, that was a long time ago. I think he's passed away now. But yeah, he threw good Christmas parties. And when my dad passed away, he was especially gracious to me, who he barely knew. Especially gracious to me. Yep. Took care of a little bit of the funeral expenses, and I didn't ask him to, but he did. So good dude. But yeah, we had good Christmas parties. Larry Escher for $5. Joe Rogan repeats. I watched a mashup of Kamala saying, "I'm burdened by what has been," over 40 times. I have 50 characters left. So Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. Unsolicited advice for content creators. People want to get into streaming and just like, and like, I don't have any of the answers. I think you have to have a gift of gab and you just kind of work it out over a time. Couple people went back and watched my earlier videos and went, holy shit. I'm all, yeah, I know anybody can do this. Okay. But the main thing is you have to, for talk radio, if you ever listen to talk radio, sports radio, political radio, Ryan brought this up. They reset topics at the top of the hour. They have to, because they're always cycling in new audience, and you got to balance it, right? But anybody here has watched it more than 2 or 3 of my streams. I repeat shit. You have to. You can't assume. As much as I would love for everybody to hang on every word I say, my wife doesn't do that. My kids don't do. My dog doesn't do. Nobody does that. So you got to repeat yourself once in a while. Somebody was complaining that Joe repeats himself. I mean, yes. Does he bring up ayahuasca almost every episode? Yes. But, that's his thing. Shad has become Lofty Shad. Where the fuck is Lofty? What happened to Lofty? Because I know he left, but then he came back. Where'd he go? Hope he's okay. Somebody do a wellness check on Lofty. Nightmare Before Christmas isn't a Christmas movie. I disagree. Forgotten Vet. It is literally about Christmas and Halloween. It's a genius story and some of the best marketing ever. I mean, the movie did okay in theaters. It's got to be one of the best-selling DVDs. And it's got to be in America top 5 merchandise. So the merchandise sells at Christmas, the merchandise sells at Halloween, and it sells all year around to all those little goth girls, Christian goth girls too. Or, not like my wife. The chicks dig Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's fucking great. It's absolutely great. The stop motion is genius. Danny Elfman does the songs from Oingo Boingo. Everything about that movie is cool. Period. So it's a Christmas movie and it's a Halloween movie. You know what? When Danny Elfman did his performance for The Nightmare Before Christmas, did he do it at Halloween? No, he did it at Christmas. That was I'll never forget that. That was the first outdoor show we went to in a year and a half. Like outdoor, anything we did for a year and a half because we lived in California during COVID. We saw him in Southern California. And then Steve Bartek comes out because he's playing guitar. Steve Bartek's a guitar player from Oingo Boingo. And they played Dead Man's Party. It was fucking awesome. Jim R. Nilsson for 50 Norwegian krona. I always seen Die Hard as a Christmas movie, partially due to the meme. But Shad makes a good point. I guess it's a Christmas themed action movie, which makes it a Christmas movie. I just, at this point, the argument's been going on for so long, and it's a fun argument to have. And Shad loves to argue. Have you ever noticed that about and this is no disrespect. It's just an observation. From devout religious people love to argue. And maybe because they're built that way, maybe because they're getting attacked so much, but they love to argue. I don't make the rules. I just make the observations. I can't pronounce this name, X-Ray Girl. Ochgador for $5. By the definition, the Santa hostage movie in 2023 doesn't make it a Christmas movie. Okay. I mean, in truth, it's not fun for the argument, but I'll decide what a Christmas movie is for me, motherfucker. Okay. But no, it's fun to have these debates, and Shad, is fun to argue with, to be honest with you. Because he and Jeremy are both like, they'll dig their heels in, and they just, even if they're losing, they will never surrender. And I have respect for that. I have a lot of respect for that. The fucking binge argument between me and Jeremy is so fucking funny because Jeremy just starts arguing about something else. I personally don't believe, I've never binge watched any. Of course I binge watch shit. The argument, I hate the fact that I have to explain it again, is it a good business strategy? It's not whether I like to watch it a certain way or not. Is it a good business strategy? And is there some selfishness mixed in there? Sure. Because when you do a show weekly, I can cover it weekly. And if it's good, it's way more fun. It's way more fun. Our House of the Dragon streams were really fun and successful. Fun and successful. If I wasn't freaking traveling so much, I totally would have finished up with the Penguin and Tulsa King. That's kind of a regret, but I was traveling so much. But when Tulsa King comes back, we're definitely doing weekly streams. Hell, I might do. When is it? When's the last show of the Landman? Which I didn't watch last night. I'm guessing there's going to be 9. So that would have been episode 6 last night, chat. So, yeah, we'll do a live stream at the end of Landman, at the end of season 1 for sure. I'll see if I can get a couple. See if I can get Jeremy to join me. And we can do a stream on the last episode if it's possible. Eric K for $5. According to Shad, let me check that. Yeah, is it 6? Episode 6? I can't remember if it's episode 6 or 7. And you know what? Like I see, it's like Landman ain't all that. You got to kind of be in the Taylor Sheridan. I know some people are not, and that is okay. I was like, you know what? If you don't like Landman, here, hang on. Who didn't like Landman? So last night was 7. Okay, Ron is right. Thank you. Somebody said Landman ain't all that. I don't want you to put you on Front Street. You have every right to your opinion. You are more than welcome here. I am not going to melt down like a little bitch because you didn't like what I liked. I'm not going to have a months-long stroke and have a fucking aneurysm over you not liking something I like. Bless you. According to Shad, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a movie about a deer, dentist, and prospector. Well, technically it is. Technically it is. Dude, 4K. They're in 4K. There's major motion picture. Dude, John Carter of Mars is not in 4K. Tron Legacy is not in 4K. I know they're flops, but I love them. There are a lot of movies. Demolition Man just came out in 4K. Transfer, not so good. There are a lot of movies out that are on film that are not on 4K, and we get Rudolph the Red-Nosed motherfucking Reindeer in 4K. What are we doing here? I'm glad. I'm happy. Yeah, maybe I'm the only one on Earth who wants John Carter in 4K, but I do. And I want Tron Legacy in 4K too. I like them both unapologetically. And you know what? Both Disney movies before Disney decided to rape Marvel Comics and Star Wars. Where's my yearly reading of Santa's Husband? Also, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Shad is the king of bad takes today. Good God. Yes, he is. Ryan Bailey. And he hated the Superman trailer. And I'm like, you know. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. full disclosure, just in case you haven't heard, I'm a big comic book fan. So when they lean into comic book right, I love it. I love it. It's not for everybody though. People going fucking crypto. It's like, dude, I love crypto. I like dogs. I have an unapologetically soft spot in my cold black little heart for dogs. Okay. Some call it a weakness. I call it a strength. Okay. Okay. Our Rob or Ross for £5 I hear Ryan has evidence against Hillary and hates wild turkey. Bye, Ryan. Ryan drank all the wild turkey. Travis Webb for $19.99. Ryan, the Bears still absolutely suck. Yeah, wow. Lions kicked their ass yesterday. But the Cubs are making some moves. How do you feel about Jed's decision this offseason? Also, Merry Christmas, everyone. I have a response to that. Go Padres. All right. Ray Gonzalez for $5. Holy crap. Hollywood Reporter actually has a good take. Hell is frozen over, everyone. The end is near. The end is not near. I know it's shocking because, quite frankly, we're not used to this much winning. We're not. When they are in control of all the apparatuses of information, it might feel like, whoa, I'm winning. They're setting us up. Something's wrong. And some of it might be true. Always keep a certain percentage of perfectly healthy universal paranoia. Keep that. Embrace it. Keeps you safe, keeps you ready for battle, keeps you ready for shit. Shit can always go down. You got to be ready for it. But we've won a lot. So it might feel like the end is nigh, but it's not. The beginning is nigh. The beginning is nigh. Gundam likes Ada Wong and Asian AV. Who's Ada Wong? Who's Ada Wong? I don't want to get the Wong Ada. I want to get the right Ada. So who's Ada Wong? Whose lawn do I have to mow to get one of you to shout with me about Superman on my channel? Well, who's got the biggest bush? I would say probably Ryan, just because I want to throw Ryan under the bus. Nerd Rage for 10 Martian pesos. Hey, hope I find you all well. I watched the Superman trailer and found it really lackluster. If this bombs, do you think James Gunn will be out from the WB? If this movie bombs, that wraps it up for the superhero film. They'll still make them. One or two might be good, but market driver, the superhero film being the dominant force in Hollywood over the last decade, the market driver. We've already seen that decline, by the way. The biggest movies in Hollywood have not been superhero films, mostly. They have been other films. Top Gun, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Super Mario, as Mario, not Mario, as Mahler says. And of course, Inside Out 2, Mufasa's not going to be one of those movies. But yeah, it's already started to happen. They need it to be a success. It's incredibly expensive. He needs to hit it out of the park, and maybe they eke out a couple of movies, but knowing Warner Brothers, they will have a knee-jerk reaction. I guess the question is, if it massively flops, they're going to have to change their complete strategy, right? Because they need this to win, because they're not bringing in Batman. They're not bringing in Wonder Woman. They're not bringing in The Flash. The next superhero is Supergirl. And then supposedly The Authority, but there's no finished script for that, and they've been quite quiet on that front lately. But yeah, there is a Batman movie planned, Brave and the Bold, but they haven't cast a Batman yet. So I would say if Superman flops, they fast track Batman, or it's dead. Warner Brothers is in no position to lose a lot of money. They're not. I mean, they're splitting up again, right? Aren't they going to split up Warner Brothers and Discovery? Is that what, the third time in 5 years? It's not a strong company. And arguably they have I would argue they have stronger IP, stronger, as strong, very close second, maybe 1B to Disney, because Disney's got Fox, so that kind of puts them over the edge. But number 2 for sure is Warner Brothers, like for sure. And an argument can be made that they have better IP, they just don't know what to fucking do with it. And I would listen to that argument and agree with it. Nerd Rage, thank you very much. Strongly disagree on Foundation. I love the show. They do their best adapting that weird ass Asimov prose. The Cleons are awesome, says Mark. Same thing for $5. There you go. X-Ray needs a new word budget. And Gary needs a Jody Doctor doll for July 4th Explosives Day. And Garrett needs the rest of his quarter blacks. Oh, that was 2 of 2. I read that one wrong. Check. Why did my sound go? That's so weird. Oh, hang on. That was just me. It's not you. It's me. I got a bad wire in my headphones. Oh, maybe someday I don't like wearing the big expensive ones or earbuds. Maybe I'll buy the $20 ones next time and not the $14 ones. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. The Magpies sent me to get Shad. Fluffy needs some Bolivian treats. Platoon needs a refill. Ryan needs more Floor Mountain Dew. Odin needs pineapple pizza. Yes, he does. Watch Das Boot and Merry Christmas. I've seen Das Boot and Merry Christmas. Das Boot is great. Giggity for $5. In Houston, driving in my car last night, I turn on the radio and there's Gary on the Will Kane show. It was awesome. Gary's everywhere, like herpes. Accurate. And I won't go away. You're stuck with me for life. You're stuck with me for life. Yeah, I was on Will Kane too. That was fun. I was on the radio. Really? Was it like satellite? Sirius radio? That's crazy. The only good thing about the new 52 was someone taught Superman to wear his underwear under his pants. Now they've undone that. No, that was fucking terrible and stupid. I have no problem with the costume other than the trunks need to be on the outside and the collar. He doesn't need neck protection. Okay. I know it's supposed to look like a uniform, but the only reason they did it was rights issues, okay? They were trying to deal with the rights issues. But here's the truth. God, I should have mentioned this in my video. In a few short years, Superman becomes public domain. Public domain. Can't stop it anymore. Batman won't be far behind. Now, these will be early versions, but the Golden Age version of Superman... let's see who's in chat. Evildoer could write one and publish one. Reticent Voice, Gemstone. There might be a prolific comic book writer who will probably, my guess would be, produce one. Public domain coming soon. Not a popular opinion, but Lazenby is my favorite Bond. A lot of people like Lazenby. Dan Black for $10. To me, he looked most like the character and described in the books. Also, on Her Majesty's Secret Service had the best Bond girl, Diana Rigg. You're not wrong. Diana Rigg, back in the day. Woo! Hey, Jody, it's Jay Netanyahu. How's your brother? Okay. That's from B Soup. Don Vicious for $5. Anyone see Doomed, the untold story of Roger Corman's fantastic film? Yes, I have. Chris Gore. Didn't he have some involvement in that? Mr. Murdoch for $4.99. Sorry for that lack of context on the last one. Lemmy's impression of Gunn. Biggest hipster douche on the planet. Razor Fist. Yeah, he's very hipster. He's very hipster. Very, very, very hipster. Right. And listen, I'm not somebody who's like, I like Grant Morrison as a writer. I think he's mostly a very good writer. He's written a lot of very good stories that I like. I like Watchmen. I like The Dark Knight Returns. That's not really hipster. I like The Boys comic. I liked a lot of this stuff. I still do. It's all overdone now. It's all completely overdone. And I recognize that then. If there's any of my old customers out there in the comic shop, well, the thing I said, probably talking about repeating yourself, every fucking day was we need to reconstruct a superhero. I've been saying this for over a decade. We need to reconstruct the superhero. So that's apparently what they're going to try to do with Superman. We'll see if they pull it off. Gary's still gay for Game of Rocky, Kai, and Az hates paying fans. Jeremy streaming and Ryan, my fellow Hoosier, I almost said Hoser, Hoosier, are the real hot sauce. Enough said. For Game of Rocky. Yeah, I don't get that one at all. There must be something lost in translation there from Randy G. Platoon is just kicking back and watching the dogs bark at each other. Yes, he is. From Russia with Love is the best Connery Bond film. I like it. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I like it. Normal man. Jeremy, a homosexual. Fact, period. Says llama pajamas. Shabby Shinobi for 20 Argentinian Martian pesos. Hey, Gary, any word on when the book will be available? I was hoping to get it as a Christmas gift for my wife. For my wife, happy Christmas to all the fellowship. Hail 1 to 9. Yeah, we couldn't get it out by Christmas, obviously. February. I have the final copy that we're going to do the final notes on, and I need to read it over Christmas. I'm going to be reading it over Christmas, and then it's sending them. So it's looking at February. My apologies. I wanted it out by Christmas too, believe me, but it didn't happen. And, it's probably my fault. So sorry. But yeah, February, the book will be ready to go. And there's like some stuff I got to work out because we have to do our own print run for a pre-order, because you're going to be able to get it on like Amazon and Barnes and Noble and stuff like that. But I want to do like it's going to be limited because I have to pay for the print run. But we'll try to print as many copies as I can. We'll do a pre-order and I'll sign them or something. And I think we're going to work with Ripasend on just the pre-order. But if you miss it or anything, you can certainly just get it off Amazon or wherever. But yeah. Thank you for your interest. I'm looking forward to it. It was a trip doing the book. Chris Gore kind of made this happen. No, it's all Chris Gore's fault. I'm going to completely blame. He made this happen. So thank you, Chris. What I wasn't prepared for was like going over that stuff again was just like, it's the best explanation I can give. Chop Saki for $20. What's your thoughts on Stephen King making Idris Elba into Roland and sacrificing the very soul of Dark Tower in response to the initial outcry about making Elba into Bond? Well, how did that work out for him? Anybody remember Dark Tower with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey? Remember? That happened. Stephen King really showed them. Captain Palsy for $5. Merry Christmas. You are helping me with horrible news. My cat is slowly passing away from a tumor in her spleen. Oh, that's sorry. Poor kitty. We don't deserve pets. Shad hates dogs so much he moonlights as a dog executioner with his sword at the local shelter. Yeah. Darth McNabb. Her take on Amazon is true and real. Oh, Barbara Broccoli. Thank you, Neil Lindgren, when she said Amazon are fucking idiots. beautiful. Goodbye, Mama. I skied in my eye movies. I cried. I skied in my eye movies. Amazon, hope you all are ready for the gayest spawn ever, says Fiesta Cat for $5. Bird Up for $5. Shad's Superman take is almost as bad as Jeremy's Die Hard and SNES versus Sega Genesis takes. God bless them. Yeah, everybody knows that. Which one's better, X-Ray Girl? Sega Genesis or SNES? Everybody knows one of those is better. Why would Superman wear ballistic resistant armor? Because kryptonite bullets exist? Said Axel Jessen. Yeah, I don't like the armory costume on Superman. Like the costume, it ain't great. I don't hate it though. It's very golden age, but it does give him that Kurt Swan big waist. Remember, everyone, it's not the S, it's flowing off the cape. It's not the S, it's flowing off the cape. The trunks were implemented in the costumes only because of the strongman outfits at the time, akin to professional wrestlers. Y'all just have affection for it because it is the classic design. It's the design that's been around for the vast majority of the life of Superman. So yes, I have a little bit of affection for something that has been a part of Superman for the majority of the character's time on this earth. Yes, indeed. Mr. Murdoch for $9.99 was listening to Side Scrollers when Razor Fist was on, talked about when Lemmy worked with Gunn, Tromo, and Juliet. Lemmy hated him. Hail Motorhead, hail Lemmy, hail FNT. I love Lemmy. Lemmy did a Christmas song. I wish I could play it. Shad's take on Superman's costume is leotarded. There you go, says Christian Nesses. Shaka Laka Laka King for $5. Everyone's thoughts on the new Witcher trailer. Gary, you first, as you are the master games. Could not care less. I can't wait to not play that game. Don't care. So tired of the trope. I've read the books. Siri has a like she becomes very powerful. She is the girl who's the key to everything. The Witcher does end, but yeah, I'll just play Witcher 3. I'm good. And when's it going to be out? 2028. Gary, Critters versus Gremlins and Shad. Edward is so shit and gay. The Pomeranian vampire from Blade Trinity can kick its ass. Sorry, bringing up Twilight, Gary. It's okay. It's okay. Gremlins versus Gremlins. 1,000 times Gremlins. Jesse Meek for $10. Have you all heard about the last series of reshoots? They've added several singing and dance numbers, making it a musical. Just kidding. Merry Christmas. Hey, all. Grayson is the best because he's banging an orange alien chick that looks like a human, unlike Johnny Storm. Ray Gonzalez. Yes. Starfire. Turn down Quarter Black's mic. He's always the loudest. Yeah, his mic is always popping. Spunk Monkey just to get fucking Spunk Monkey just to get endorphins from my parasocial. Just watched Secret Level after Love, Death, and Robots. I was excited. Watched the only episode I affiliated with, UT. It wasn't good. The Warhammer 40K one I thought it was really cool. I didn't really think much of the other ones, but I mean, they're fine. But Force Geek for $2. Guitar theme, desperate attempt to look patriotic. Yeah. I didn't see any. Did I miss an American flag in there? Did you see any American flags? Let's see how many American flags we see in soups. Prediction: Lex will attempt to shoot Superman with a kryptonite bullet, and Crypto will take it instead of Shad hates dogs. Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. You're wrong, Albert, but thank you. Don't talk back. The point is the The point is the can hitting him hurts emotionally, so he blinks in frustration. You could argue he doesn't feel it, but I'd imagine, all right, I'll counter you with that. He is aware of something hitting him. He pounds lowest, doesn't he? He holds back. No, but a can hitting him wouldn't affect him. It would just bounce off like it was bouncing off a wall. Now, if you wanted to have him blink in exasperation, you don't have him go like this. You can have him go. See the difference? It's called acting. Thank you. Ray Gonzalez for $5. Given how bad Shad's takes are today, maybe you should talk about Christianity versus atheist. he may give us a good take on that. You're right. I opened the show saying, we're not going to talk about anything controversial. We're going to keep it light today and just stick with the geopolitical situation in Israel with Palestine, and maybe break down some Ukraine, maybe have a debate between Christianity and being an atheist, but we went far more controversial. We broke down a Superman trailer. Can't wait for the post-credit sponsored dog food ad. This Superman is a Dollar Tree Henry Cavill. He is a discount Henry Cavill. Not going to deny that. WG for $20. Gary, now I want everyone to wear a Santa hat on FNT this week. Okay, Shad. I only have a Santa sombrero. Is that okay? Gary, Feliz Navidad, brother. Feliz Navi motherfucking Dad. I see Superman suit and I think of Daffy Duck as Stupor Duck, but that's just me. That's funny. It's actually funny. Merry Christmas, everyone. 2024 has been so much fun sharing Friday Night Types with y'all. That's from Aaron Charman. Thank you for 20 British pounds, proper money. Trunks on the outside, or it's not Superman. Ying, you are correct. Thank you for the $2. Shad hates dogs. Disparu distracts them, and X-Ray Girl eats them. What kind of show you running here, Gary? The good kind. A little eclectic, I band together a group of outcasts. We're like the retarded Guardians of the Galaxy or Farscape or Blake 7. Trail Out, the most explosion prone and best racing game is over a decade. Just got its Moto Rush update, which adds road rash style motorcycle melee combat. Awesome, Master Gawa. Have fun. Tim Daly is the best Superman voice. Yeah, Superman, the animated series, is in untouchable. DC should just do theatrical releases of their animated universe. The animated fans out there love their passion. Superman, the animated series, is fantastic. Batman, the animated series, is fantastic. But animated series don't do well in theaters. They don't draw as many people. They just don't. What they should do is, if you want to adapt them properly, yes, absolutely. Yes, 100%. There's your template. Not going to argue with it. Not going to argue with you. Wizard Man for $5. Superman is going to suck ass. Shazam and the Flash were very bad, and this looks just like Shazam. Plus, Superman looks skinny. Y'all coping? Not really coping. I might have wait and see. It's worthy of talking about because it's kind of I hate the term important. So you always hear the term, this is a very important film. This is a very important film. Most are not. It's all marketing. They all want to make money. No defibrillator is going to come flying out of the screen and save somebody's life. It's just a fucking movie. Let's keep perspective on that. But this is an important film to Hollywood. To Hollywood. To you and me, it's just another fucking superhero movie. But to Hollywood, it can't be just another fucking superhero movie to you and me. Get it? Got it? Good. Superman created by two Jews who understood the importance of hope and faith. Also, never hurt a man's pet. Remember, a rabbit named Daisy. Yeah. Remember a squirrel named Peanut. Time flies. Superman is Clark Kent. Thank you. Quit bitching, Shad. That'll never happen. Thank you. Jacob Wolf, what if this Superman makes less money than BVS? That would be horrifically bad. And the Snyder Bros would never, ever, ever let you forget when the four horsemen of the apocalypse come down and wipe out the earth who wasn't raptured or what. I'm not very good at Bible. Sorry. And the painkiller comes down and saves humanity, but everything's wiped out. Everything will be gone. Everything will be gone. And the last thing standing will probably be like the pyramids. The pyramids. Maybe Mount Rushmore. And carved in stone with his last effort, still dripping with his blood, will be a Snyder fan pointing out that James Gunn Superman flopped. I promise you. And then DSP walks by as the lone survivor. Superfly for $5. Has anyone seen the movie The Belko Experiment? It was a gun film. I thought it was cool and did have a whole different vibe from Guardians. I've seen Slither and I liked it. I like some of James Gunn stuff. Is James Gunn a douchey hipster? Yeah, he is. Is James Gunn ego seem kind of big right now? Yeah, a little bit. But you know, if an entire studio, if an entire movie studio like puts you in charge and makes you, he's the Kevin Feige. Him and Peter Safran are the Kevin Feige of DC. So it's all on them. You got to take the good with the bad. And James Gunn likes to chirp on Twitter, and I do think he comes off a little sensitive. I do think he comes off a little sensitive. But you knew what you're getting into with DC, buddy. You're a comic fan. You know what's up. ATJ Viewpoint for 20 Brazilian pesos. Thank you for all your highly disorganized hard work that have saved me a lot of movie ticket money. Oh, you're welcome. You guys are awesome. Hail Jesus. Hail Jesus. Hail Jesus. Hail Jesus. Little baby Jesus. Little baby Jesus. Hail FNT. Hail the fellowship. Merry Christmas. And have a very blessed 2025. You too. You too. Shad, because of your hatred of crypto, like Padme said to Anakin before he force choked her, I don't know who you are anymore. You're going down a path I can't follow. I have to wait and see. I have a wait and see attitude with the Superman movie. I do. I mean, I think most of us do. And knowing the guys that I know, if it's fucking great, they'll all say it's great. If they think it's great, if they genuinely think it's great, there'll probably be one contrarian. It'll probably be Shad, but you know, we'll see. If you want my prediction right now of what the Superman movie will be, and it could be completely wrong, but you can clip it. Go ahead. My prediction of James Gunn's Superman will be, it's pretty good. 7.5 out of 10. That's my prediction. That's not good for Warner Brothers. But it'll be like, it's all right. It's good. Yeah. I mean, it's no Dick Donner Superman. Albert, not a retro. Guy Gardner is the greatest Green Lantern ever. I love Guy Gardner personally. Just ask him. By the way, Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. Yes, it is, Albert, not a retro. Not even crypto is safe from Epic Mike and the ATF. What, is Epic Mike going to eat him too? If you all had to bet each other, what prized item from your collection would you put up to possibly lose in that bet? That's a weird question. We'd have to be forced. Not ready to do it. If we were utterly forced, like your life depends on it, you have to make this bet and it has to be on your most prized piece in your collection. I have to give that a lot of thought. I mean, there's Amazing Fantasy 15, but then there's also, I have props from the set. I have props from the Enterprise D. Those are pretty cool. I have an actual sonic screwdriver from the set of Doctor Who. My giant Sauron statue. I mean, there's a lot of shit I adore, but a lot of it's like the personalized weird stuff. That would be it. Graham Nolan gave me a Batman page, which is fucking awesome. Kelly Jones drew me an original one, which is fucking awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit. I got a lot of cool shit that I've collected over 35 years. 35 years. Some stuff going even back farther than that. Does anybody think Superman? I said does because it's 2 D's. I thought they were going to say D-Day cover, but it says does anybody think Superman trailer looked like everyone was CGI suits? Look like words are spread on this one. X-Ray Girl will just copy and paste stuff. So the word look is spelled Luke. I'm not having a stroke. I'm really struggling reading this. Does anybody think Superman trail looked like everyone was CGI look suits, extra all CGI costumes as well? All those suits are practical suits. That's why they look, and they're supposed to look shitty. The ones Hawk Girl is wearing, they're supposed to look shitty. The going with they're supposed to look shitty and stupid. That's a risk, because sometimes when stuff is supposed to look shitty and stupid, in the end, it still looks and acts shitty and stupid. Fallout, everybody's supposed to be retarded. Oh, it's a retarded show. No, it's good. No, you just said everybody's supposed to be retarded, making it a retarded show. The dog rescuing Superman while he's in full Yamcha pose. Did I say that right? Yamcha, some fucking anime, whatever thing. Pose was cringe. No way. That's the best part. Dude, if I was lying, say I just beat the shit out of all the bad guys, but it took a toll. It took a toll. And I'm sitting there lying. And then Remy comes up. And I said, Remy home. That would be awesome. My little Remy. Now, what Remy would do is want to play, and she'd just chew on my hand a little bit. But there you go. Crypto beats Edward. Yes, he does. Crypto is a crutch for James Gunn. It's an easy W. Yeah, no doubt. Platoon and Gundam, Merry Christmas indeed. That was a good team up. Thank you, Gundam and Platoon, for coming on. Love both those guys. Great YouTubers. Go subscribe to them right now. Optics Prime for $4.99. That's a good name. Superman gets hit with a can of grandma's piss peach tea. I thought it was soup. Dr. Kaladin for $10. Luis, where's my super suit? Incredibles. It said, I put it away. Where? Why do you need to know? I need it. Don't go off and doing anything. I wouldn't be planning this dinner for 2 weeks. What's her line in it again, Louise? She's like, he said something about I have to do something greater, and she responds with, I am the greatest thing you know. Something to that effect. I can't remember the exact quote, but man, that was fuck. The Incredibles is so good. The Incredibles 2 was so not good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's like, I've got to fight for the greater good. And she's like, I'm the greatest good you will ever know. So fucking. It's so good. I am your wife. Yes. I gotta watch. Is Incredibles in 4K? If it is, I probably haven't. I forgot. Oh, the Incredibles 2 was shit. I fucking hated it. Kevin Cadfield for £5 British. Hey, FNT, thanks for being my company on my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. I would have been on my own if it wasn't Friday. Happy birthday. Kenzakai 420 for $5. Superman needs to be 90% or more in criticalist terms to be successful. Okay, in criticalist. Well, we get the gay rapper discussion today with Gundam. We should have, but like really, there hasn't been a ton of news. But the CEO assassin, Sam Bankman-Fried, whatever the fuck he is, and Diddy are all in the same prison. Fucking New York, man. Anyone forget Frozone's wife in The Incredibles? I am the greatest good you will ever get. Frozone, great hero. Fuck, man. Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie ever made. It just is. Such a fucking good movie. Logan Missiak, it's one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. Just is. How much money do you think the Superman will make? By the way, the soundtrack for The Incredibles, awesome. And I think it's Michael Giacchino, right? Pretty sure. Fucking great soundtrack. So how much money do you think Superman will make? How much money do I think Superman will make? Based on my, I'm just going to pull something out of my ass. I was completely wrong when it came to the Marvels. I overestimated by $300 million. I'm going to guess Superman gets close to, does it make $1 billion? With the Fantastic Four coming out just a couple weeks later. Hang on, my fire. Fuck off. I'm still watching. Between $800 and $900 million worldwide. Based on it being a 7.5. I mean, I'm not going to totally shit on James Gunn as a director. I'm just not going to do that. That's stupid. Because he's done some good stuff I enjoyed completely. I don't like his television. I don't think he's very good at that. With this, but the reality is he is pretty far away from his best work, which is Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Everything after that has been not as good as Guardians of the Galaxy 1, the first one. Not even in the same universe. It's all been, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, as Mahler hated Guardians 3. I did not. I hated Warlock in it. But Warlock's one of my all-time favorites. And they fucked up Warlock. And James Gunn fucked up Warlock. So, while this movie cannot flop, I think there is a possibility. It's hard to predict. We're going to have to see a lot more. There's stuff that their attitude towards this, and there's certain stuff in the movie that like I love. But we'll see. This is a Polish name I cannot pronounce. It's Sybryzgysinski for 10 Polish pesos, sorry. Gundo, my papa, get the fuck out of New York. Merry Christmas to all. Yeah, especially after yesterday. Get the fuck out of New York, bro. Brandon J. Thorne for 10 euros. This is my first chat to FNT. You're all badass. Good. Oh, thank you. Way more entertaining than Holly Weird. Merry Christmas to all. Oh, cheers. Merry Christmas to you. Celicia Let's for 5 Canadian pesos. Hi, FNT. It's my birthday, and I wish I wanted to wish everyone born in December a happy birthday. Happy birthday to all the December babies, including Jesus. Also, have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year to you too, Cecilia. Joe Rogaine. That's so like obvious and good. Joe Rogaine for $2. Zack Snorderer. Yeah, Zack Snyder. I like the Snyder cut. I don't hate Man of Steel. I don't hate the director's cut of Batman vs Superman. There's all like there's little moments in those movies I freaking love, and I'll watch them again, and I own them all. I'm not going to tell you they're good film, and it wasn't a good direction, and it certainly, it was at least Zach had a plan, but the plan became dated because it was just going to be about another bad fucking Superman. And the bad Superman trope is done. It has been so overdone and cooked in the comics. I'm fucking done with it. I think everybody else is fucking done with it. Stop with the bad Superman bullshit. All right. It's just there because that's the only way the current crop of writers can really grasp Superman. He's too much of a Boy Scout. Aside from the Boy Scouts sordid history with the Boy Scout troop leaders, to be a Boy Scout is to me like in Tulsa King, Sylvester Stallone calls somebody a Boy Scout and he's like, hey, well, in my neighborhood, that's considered a compliment. So there. And it is. A Boy Scout is like this virtuous, true, good person. And they like go, hey, that's a Boy Scout. I mean, that just repulses certain people in Hollywood. Yes, of course, good does repulse evil. It does. It certainly does. Bird up for $5. B.A. Bay. B.A.B. B.I. Bicky Bye. Bo, 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 Bicky Bye. Bo, bee, boo, boo, Bicky Bye. Fuck you. I added that. That's from the Forbidden Zone. That was my line, was from the Forbidden Zone. A movie that featured the Mystic Knights of Oingo Boingo, directed by Danny Elfman's brother, Richard Elfman. It is nightmare fuel. That movie is fucking nightmare fuel. That's the only way I can put it. First time I watched it, I was tripping balls on shrooms. And I don't know what I thought. I thought I had walked into a nightmare and watched it. It's got its moments, definitely. Danny Elfman singing Minnie the Moocher. Hervé Villachez. There's tits. There's also some weird shit. It's basically Alice in Wonderland, except a dude who likes to wear tidy whities falls down a septic tank instead of a rabbit hole. It's a fucking weird movie. Beardo is fat, says Legendary Scrub for $2. Grand Potato for $1.99. A lot of hoes in here. Yeah, we all bitches and hoes. Ruby for 70 Zardozes. The line that instantly jumped into my head when I saw the trailer was, "You made me bleed my own blood." Hail Gundam and Platoon. Yes. Mahler, I was whelmed. Yeah, Mahler had the best description. I was whelmed. I was whelmed by the trailer. But overwhelmingly positive response. We can be whelmed. We can, in our sphere, we're going to discuss it more than any other normie, but it is one of the most watched. Now, they're finagling, okay? But it is still a very popular trailer. If you look at the ratio, it's not even fucking close. It's a popular trailer. It is very well received. It's not well received by Snyder fans. It's not well received by some DC fans. It's not well received by some people who might be in this chat right now. But overall, it's pretty well received. We'll see. Y'all might be right. Y'all saying like, this sucks. You might end up being right. For sure. And if that happens, I'll go, you know what? There's a lot of people who said this sucks, and they were right. As is Wonky Eyebrow for £5 British. Who is ready for a Christmas? I'm so fucking ready. Raise your hands. From New York to Chicago, raise your hands. Wish all of you and the fellowship a very Merry Christmas. Hail, one and all. Well, what about Chicago to LA? Does Arizona not count? Do you not care about Razor Fist? Do you not care about Kerry Lake? Who else is there in Arizona? Snowdub? Snowdub's in Arizona? Sorry, I couldn't make a live stream, buddy. But Snowdub, he's in Arizona. Do you not care about Snowdub, Razor Fist, Kerry Lake? Gotham City Comics, they're in Arizona. Help save that show. Yeah. Utah, Wyoming, Skinwalker Ranch. Do you not care about Skinwalker Ranch? They get a Merry Christmas too. Like Santa can literally use their portals. The one that's 300 feet above the mesa. So it's Santa broadcasting the 1.6 gigahertz in Skinwalker Ranch, by the way. It's fucking Santa. I feel like that haircut requires a sub 90 IQ. It does. The haircut is purposefully bad. And like I said earlier, you run a risk doing that, but the haircut is bad, but not as bad in the comics, but it's still bad. It's still a bull haircut, right? But I love fucking Guy Gardner in Justice League International was the shit. Was absolutely the shit. I think there's correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Is there I don't buy omnibuses, but is there a Justice League International omnibus? There has to be. Fucking get that if you can. It is seriously good. Everybody talks about, Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters, and rightly so. It's great. Dark Knight Returns, Batman Year One, Justice League International was my consistent favorite. Like Batman was really good in the 80s. Batman was just fucking phenomenal in the 80s. It was such a solid comic for almost the entire damn decade. But Justice League International was my very close second favorite read. It was fun, and Batman was great in it. It was a good team. First time super chat here. Been watching you guys for almost 2 years now. Content always helps me get through the workday. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Hail. Hail to you, King Cam 97. And that's the one thing I will never, ever forget now that I am a content creator is all the time I should have been working and I was watching videos. But you know what? When I was in parts at the time, so this is post comic shop. I was back in the auto parts. I can kind of do that job in my sleep. I'm really fucking good at it. So yeah, I can actual work I did during the day was probably 2 hours, and the rest of the 6 hours was smoking cigarettes, watching YouTube videos. But I got 8 hours worth of work done in 2, because when you do something long enough, you just get really fucking good at it and you get faster. Well, that's the theory anyway. That's the theory. The longer you've done something, you get better at it. You become faster, more refined. Doesn't always work that way creatively, though. Have you ever had a Rocco TV on FNT? He'd fit right in. I know we haven't, but X-Ray Girl can note it down. She's in the background there. She's in the background. Superman teaser feels like it was meant for a TV series, not a 2-hour movie, which is how much they crammed into this thing. It does look like that. God, I want to believe James Gunn, but I can't because he's a fucking liar. And I understand why executives lie, but and it's the same reason, for sports analogy, all GMs lie. Like, we're not negotiating with Alex Rodriguez, or I'm just pulling a name out of my ass right now, but he's retired. But no, there have been no talks. There have been no talks with Manny Machado. Fucking goat. They fucking lie. They lie. And you can't really do that anymore. Like, it was this accepted thing. Like, we know we're getting lied. It's like all of politicians. It's like politicians and executives at with movies, or executives with sports. Like, we play this little fucking game. like, oh, there's this rumor that this certain actor is, in talks with, they're going to cast a black person as Snape, and they're going to come out and go, oh, no, we haven't decided, when they've totally decided, right? They just come out and fucking lie to everybody, and it's just become accepted. And the thing is, I don't accept that anymore, and I don't think most of the audience accepts that anymore, especially with their politicians. We're not going to play this dog and pony show anymore. We're fucking done. Authenticity is the currency of the future. You either tell the truth or don't fucking say anything. That's an option. If you're worried about your project getting hurt because you made a bad casting decision, Hollywood, then don't fucking say anything till the movie comes out. You don't have to announce every single thing. You don't have to do a fucking red carpet for every movie. You don't have to put your retarded actors out there or adult pretenders out there to crater your project. I mean, like, documentaries could be made off the Wicked press tour. That is a social experiment. Fucking paging Dr. Freud. There's some weird shit about that. There's some really fucking weird shit about that. That will be studied for years to come. I mean, it wasn't as it's not damaging as like the Acolyte one was or anything. It's just bizarre behavior. And the first thing I thought is, are these girls okay? Did something happen to them? Oh yeah, Hollywood. They haven't had a meal in 3 years. That's why they're crying. They're hungry. Bird up for $10. I relate to Gary. I've been caught stealing once when I was 5. I enjoy stealing. It's just simple as that. When it's just a simple fact that when I want something and I don't want to pay for it, I walk right through the door. Walk right through the door. Hey, all right. If I get by, it's mine. Aurora uplinks for $5. My play to save Star Wars: put one free and good film in theaters. Give back value to the fans with a free box office experience of one good film. Aurora uplinks, you are not wrong. Disney Star Wars 100% needs, if it wants to survive, it needs to stop making stuff and go on an apology tour and just squeeze whatever's left in the nostalgia turnip, whatever you can get out of that. Re-release the original theatrical versions and people will go nuts for them. Re-release the original theatrical versions over 3 weekends, then do a weekend where you play all 3. Do it in the middle of fucking February or January, the dead zone for movies. You got the theater's got to make some money. So, but yeah, you put them in there for charity or something. You do something, right? Although I wouldn't trust Disney with the charity at all. But yeah, they need to go on an apology tour if they want to make things okay with the fan. Disney is responsible for everything that's happened to fandom. Now, individuals are responsible for how they act and how they behave. But for the ones who stirred the pot, who created this mess, who are the most responsible, it is Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy has made deliberate decisions to gaslight fans. Kathleen Kennedy and her marketing department have been behind a lot of the Access Media articles that are deliberately set out there to gaslight fans. This isn't something you're making up in your head. This is something I'm sure you've speculated about, but you have no actual proof. And I'm just here to tell you, you're fucking right. Your speculation is spot on. This shit comes from the top. For the most part, not all the time, but for the most part, the only reason the Hollywood Reporter or any of these things exist is to regurgitate press releases to maintain their access. Once in a while, they'll go off the reservation, write a little editorial, and sound sane. But they still hate you. Lucasfilm hates you. There's a large portion of the fandom that they dislike, don't want around. We don't need you, they used to say. And the access media hates most of you. And you felt the hate. And that's why they're dying. And that's why it's good. Things need to die. That's the thing. You know, what pissed the most people off in 2008 during the banking crisis? The banks were allowed to survive when they should have gone out of business. People were given bonuses instead of going to jail. You know, it's not justice. Aurora Uplinks, thank you very much. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not deny the divinity of Christ. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus will knock your ass out. Ask Odin. Yeah, and saying Die Hard is not a Christmas movie is also denying Christ. Just want to point that out. Josh Kelsey drops $19.99 and walked away, and that's what he does. That's the Yamaka death pose. Okay. Chris Tony for $5. I like Crypto the dog, but Superman still looks beta to me. These people love beta males today. They kind of do. Financial Freedom for $6.99. The message is empowering women for war and get people to accept that LGBTQ community because microplastic chemicals in our bodies are changing our DNA. Well, there's microplastics in the ball sack. Not good. TJ Jordan for $5. Time to give Shad an early Christmas gift and drive Gary crazy. 2015 Cinderella equals best Disney live action remake. You're welcome and Merry Christmas. So, Shad. Shadow Lover for $20. Hail Fellowship. Saw Sonic 3 movie on opening night, and because of your podcast, I decided to make an account reviewing the movies. Other stuff, I always wanted to do this. Thank you for inspiring me to do this. Hail. Hey, good luck. And yeah, I'm glad Sonic did really well. Hey, Jeremy, you're muted. He is right now. Body Positivity, Chris Gore for $5. With the woke Hollywood now using the forehead bump as a substitute for a kiss. Now, if Ryan does it, is it considered a full-on raping? Short answer is yes. Mike Zero's source for $10. Was the battlefield divided with white and colored combat zones? I'm not really, no. Magnum Norris for $10. You can't sell most crack. You can sell the most crack. You the best. Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Thanks for a great year ending with hope. There's a Superman trailer. Fingers crossed. I now have 1,100 subs and Hollywood is crumbling. Happy birthday, Jesus. Thank you, Andrew Lies. Neil Horn for $10. Merry Christmas, everyone. If you were on the island of misfit toys, what would be the worst toy? Polka Dot Az, a crying Chrissy doll, or Ryan in a box? Oh, God, Ryan in a box for sure. If Gundam is still there, tell him these are the best headphones ever. Okay. Scotty for $199. Medea goes to 1941 Berlin. I would have watched that instead. I think Disparu might has a bright future. I do too. Zypher for $2 Canadian pesos. This is about mail. What is this? Why? Just why? Mayday Day says Secret Merchant. I said it was Saving Private Rihanna. And of course, we're talking about the Netflix movie about the platoon of black women who delivered the mail during World War II. And they made it look like a parody. So how many children were written into Oprah's contract for her to disappear? Asked Eric K. Many, probably. This would have been 100, but FNT regulars Disparu and Odin aren't wearing Santa hats. Bah humbug. WG for $10. There you go. Jackasses. Gundam. It's great to see you on FNT. Hope you escape from New York, Kurt Russell style. Merry Christmas to you and FNT. God bless, says TJ Jordan for $5. VJ the Vigilant guitarist. If you have to ask what a VJ is, you can't afford it. Hail and Merry Christmas, y'all filthy animals. How does Superman cut his hair or shave his face? Kryptonite razor, of course. Or he has the power to do it. Roger Crean for 100 Indian pesos. Hail the fellowship from, oh my, where is this? Calcutta, India. Holy shit. Came for the acolyte and power Puff Rings vids. Stayed because you guys are the best. First time super chat. Oh, thank you, Roger. Joy India. Gundam and Platoon. It's a Christmas miracle, says Default. You are correct. It was. Hail the Fellowship from Calcutta, India. I read that one already. I love Sonic 3. I recommend taking the family. I hope it beats Mufasa. It will. Jeremy, the U.S. should follow the path of Argentina. Cut the government. Trust me, you don't lose anything of importance. You don't. We doing gamer words today? Not that I remember. Oh, yeah, I think we did. Aztec Warrior for $2. Cheers. Thank you. Disbrew clearly hasn't gotten over the Pharaoh mask from his Halloween episode. That's why he's not wearing a Santa hat today. Yeah, what the hell, Disbrew? Jeremy's Trump body pillow for $5. Merry Christmas, FNT. Remember, every time a bell rings, Jeremy jerks it to the MAGA King. Yes. Yes. Merry Christmas, you crazy clowns. Merry Christmas to you, Marksman of 117B. Chugster 465 for £2 New Superman suit is way too baggy for the actor. It's not great, but I don't hate it. We'll find out when we see it in action. Stephen DeLeon, but you can't be any geek off the street. Got to be handy with steel. You know what I mean. Earn your keep. That's right. Patrix 8558 for €5. Hi, I released my first video, created a channel called Feathered Beret, but can't pay through it though. It's about ROP stealing scenes from Shrek and many other movies. Oh, so you have to do like Major Grin. So it's like Major Grin. Major Grin shows where all of Kurtzman Trek steals from Star Trek and everything else. Major Grin's a great channel. That is a great way to start a channel. So it's called Feathered Beret. Good deal. Because I just hit the surface with the Rings of Power with all the shit that they stole. I just hit the surface. And I think in every single one of my episode videos, there's at least one example of theft. Late and I don't want to Padeu, nickname for Justin Castro Jr. Trudeau. If you know, you know. Okay. Well, X-Ray Girl would. She voted for him. Great show as always. Any Vegas meetup news? Hail. Really old movies. We are going to be in Vegas in April. We are trying to decide if we want to do the week of CinemaCon or the week of WrestleMania. I think it's WrestleMania. I would prefer going the week of WrestleMania, to be honest with you. CinemaCon was kind of boring. I could probably get in. I could probably go see a movie early. Great. But that's like, I don't know. I've done it before, but spending time in Vegas watching movies seems like not the best time. I like to experience Vegas. I can watch movies at home. So I think, but we are definitely going to do it. We just haven't decided on the date, and we have another big meetup before that. We have a MegaCon in Florida first. But yes, it's going to happen. And we'll let you know so you can make travel arrangements, but it'll probably be in February when we let you know. Stephen Patton for $9.99. Sonic 3 was better, has a better message about hope and heroism than the last 5 years of comic book movies combined. Hope y'all have a good weekend and Merry Christmas. Cheers, Stephen. Go watch Sonic. Gary, thanks for recommending the Tulsa King. It's an enjoyable show so far. I work for you now, Hail FNT, and now I really want to visit a small U.S. town. Small U.S. towns are awesome. They're charming. Very charming. TJ Jordan for $5. Anybody remember Real Steel? I gave it a rewatch and loved the father-son story more than I did back in 2011, a film that wouldn't be made today. Yep. Gay Carpenter 77 for $10. Just want to say thank you for the past year. Gary and FNT crew, Merry Christmas and God bless you all. Cheers. And thank you for the past year, everybody. Thank you for the past year. It's been an awesome year. It's been a crazy year. Not quite done yet. Got some work to do. Video comes out in about an hour and a half. Let's see. About an hour and a half. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to make any changes to it. There's one little clip I got to put in. Garrett, are you up? Is Garrett up? Hang on. He'll know what I'm talking about because I can't believe he missed this. Hang on. Where is it?
Black girl magic. Black girl magic. Black girl magic.
He'll know where it goes. I don't know if he's up, though. Want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Tuesday, I took my 4-year-old daughter to watch The War of the Rohirrim, and halfway through the movie, she fell asleep on it. Dude, that's good that she took her nap. Was there anybody in the theater? Yeah, that thing's fallen off the face of the earth. Stephen Johansson for $5. Little Platoon. Hell yeah, baby. Thank you guys for amazing work. You've been my best friends through the rough year. I'm sorry you had a rough year. Damn, I need to get out more. You do. And you know what? The year ended good. The year ended so good. We haven't had good news like that in 4 fucking years. We've had some. We've had signs, you know. But man, it was like a flood since November 5th. And I want you guys to enjoy it. That's the whole next video is about. It's about reveling in our victories. And they're all from the Access Media admitting things they would never admit fucking 6 months ago. Mr. Mojo for £2 British. Gary, have you ever been on time for anything? Yes. Absolutely. A lot of times, and X-Ray Girl can back me up on this. Okay. X-Ray Girl can back me up on this. I'm on time. I'm there. We're ready to go. But then Shad starts some fucking story, right? That goes on forever. Or when Az was around, he wouldn't shut the fuck up. He'd want to tell us about his entire day when he did his laundry and shit, you know? And you know what I'm going to do next year? I'm just going to hit play. When these motherfuckers, and they're telling their deeply personal stories, and the thing is, it's because we pop on, we try to come on early, but we don't. But we haven't seen each other for a couple of days, some of us for a week. So we're doing all the catch up stuff. We're like, what the fuck's going on? How the kids, blah, blah, blah. But then Az will be out. Well, I got up this morning and I fed Belle, and then I emptied her cat box and took a little walk down the street, and I bought some groceries, and at the grocery store, I bought some ham and some bacon, some eggies. And I brought them back, and I made up the ham and the bacon and the eggies in this little bowl. And I put a little salt, pepper, but not too much salt, but a little bit of salt, and then all the pepper. Yeah, he gives us like every detail. And Az is a storyteller. That's what he does. Richard Throbbin. You know, Dick is short for Richard. You know that, right? Dick is short for Richard. So it's Dick Throbbin. If you weren't picking up what I was putting down there. I'm back, baby. After 2 months of working a day job and doing constant home upgrades, I am taking a break to remind everyone to stay horny. Stay horny. Dick Throbbin is telling you to stay horny. Dick Throbbin's a big fan of Dick Donner. He liked the Superman movies. Green Blossom for £2 British. Hope everyone has a great Christmas. Hail. Thanks. Don't be hasty for $10. I feel like the original Incredibles teaser, despite not actually being in the movie, told me more about this story than the new Superman teaser does. Yeah. Grandmaster Chris for $9.99. Hey, FNT, tomorrow's my birthday. I've reached the 27th year of my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I was gonna say happy birthday, but not now. So let me ask, who wins? Thor versus Wonder Woman. P.S. Condolences to Ryan and his family. Thor versus Wonder Woman. Well, they did DC versus Marvel. That was actually a game, too. Thor wins because he is a god. Wonder Woman's of the gods. Thor is a god. Thor wins. I don't care what any DC fans say. B-Chain 315, $10. Hail and Merry Christmas. It's snowing here in New England. Hopefully someone can stay around until the 25th. Been too long since we had a proper white
people
Christmas. Oh, he said white Christmas, not
people
Christmas. Cheers to all. 21 Palacia has gifted a Nerdrotic membership. Frank the Tank 285 is gifted 5 for $25, and Zorbu is gifted 5 for $25. All right, and we're gonna get to the new ones. Then we gotta. What you got there? Okay. Let's see. What? They have these new things now. Okay, here we go. Big Raj. $1.99. Thank you for the Canadian super sticker for $1.99. Thanks, Big Raj. Nick Brony says for $49.99. Hail Gary in the fellowship. Like others in the chat, I have no idea which video I checked on that led me to your channel or what I'm still doing here. Anyway, hope you have a great Christmas and thank you for everything you do. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it was easier in the early days. You know, most people came in like, I'd say it was Doctor Who and Game of Thrones, right? Those were the two things. It wasn't like The Last Jedi. My channel didn't blow up during it did good. Like I wasn't complaining, but during The Last Jedi, when The Last Jedi came out, I don't think I was even doing videos then, or it was right when I started doing short videos. But I just did live streams. Still, my most watched live stream is the finale of we've gotten close with FNT. I think we got within 100 of this. Now we're not combining Rumble because if we combine Rumble and FNT, then the last year has been the most watched FNTs for sure. Because it varies anywhere between 22,000 to 30 if we combine. So that's a lot of people. That's fucking awesome. But still on the channel, the personal record is 24,000. And that was after the Winds of Winter episode. And that's when everybody just went, what the fuck? Yep. Cheers, buddy. Peter Murray for 5 British pounds for money. Congrats on your best appearance on Piers. Was that my best appearance? Really? I'll tell you a story about that. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone on FNT. Thank you. And you will be the judge. So thank you. I just say thank you humbly. And the chat, something, you filthy animals. Yes. So the Piers appearance. Okay. I'm usually on at 12. So I assumed we would be on at 12 Central, right? I think it's 6 p.m. UK, 12 Central. That's what I just absolutely assumed. And it wasn't right because we've done different times before, but the last couple have been 12. So I'm like, I just assume it's 12. So I'm working on a video. We're working on the top 5 video. I think I finished it up because I had to have it to Perry in a certain amount of time so he could have it out by the deadline. Like, so we were crushing, we were pushing it. You know, we were really like, got to do this. So I got done at 3 a.m. and then my wife wakes me up and goes, you have to be on Piers in 20 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, get out of bed, fucking water, fucking drink some coffee, sit down and just go, oh God, I hope I'm ready for this. Thank God I watched Polo. I watched the first episode of Polo. Yeah, but thank you. That was on 20 minutes of getting ready. The Raven and the Writing Desk has been a member for 14 months. Merry Christmas, Gary et al. What plans for FF? The show has inspired me to write an ontology. I'm not afraid of letting it get a little weird. Don't let it get. We will be back next week, and the plan is the plans for FF for next week are we are going to review the program by James Fox, which is out now. So you can get it. You can rent it on Apple TV or Amazon Prime. I think it's for like $3. If you have credit card points, I use my credit card points to rent it. Find a way to watch it. It's called The Program by James Fox. James Fox UFO documentaries are the best. I think Jeremy Corbell's really good. I do. I think James Fox is a little more experienced and better if we really want to compare to do. But like right now, the two best directors of UFO documentaries are Jeremy Corbell and James Fox. So, and I really look forward to his movie. So The Program is out. That's what we will be reviewing. Gary, have a Merry, Barry, Larry, Carrie, Dairy Christmas. You too. You too. You forgot Harry, because I am a Harry expert and a Meghan expert. Happy Christmas to you and yours, Gary. Prince Harry is Kathleen Kennedy of the Royals. Bone Apple Tea Party for $4.99. Yeah, I know. I don't know about the lore. I know that they didn't want to be part of the family because Meghan wanted racism, or she wants to control him more. I don't know. I just know she was in Suits or something, right? She was in one of those shows. She's super mid talent. Not gonna say she's ugly, but I mean, her personality is not that great. And everything I know is from the South Park episode. Everything I know is from the South Park episode. So that makes me a fucking expert. Okay. Zodlander for 200 Swedish krona. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas, Gary. I hope you have a great 2025. My wish for the next year is that you and the rest of the FNT crew could start working in Hollywood's writers' rooms. Not to torture you. Please make entertainment great again. My offer to like, I'll talk to anybody, and you do not have to pay. Like, everybody on the panel got mad, but I'm like, I would not take a cent. But if I have the time and you want to ask me a question, I'll talk to anybody. A couple people have taken me up on that. I was serious, but I didn't seriously think anybody would take me up on that. I didn't think anybody was listening. I didn't think anybody fucking cared. And somebody took me up on it. So hopefully I helped, you know? But see, if like, I just rather it be good, and there's no skin off my back, really. It really isn't. I just want it to be good. But I think, not taking any pay really makes me a lot freer, in my personal opinion, to just say whatever the fuck I want. I mean, I'd say that anyway, but then I wouldn't get paid anymore. I don't really care. It's no skin off my back. Somebody took me up on the offer. It was no trouble at all. It was a couple of hours, and it was a really fun, good conversation. Robert Stevens for $10. Thank you. And someday I'll tell you what it was. Christopher Peak is a member for 1 month. Cheers. Says, hail Gary and chat. Tomorrow I start my 43rd trip around the sun. Wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy birthday, Christopher. 43. Midlife crisis. Hopefully it's not so bad for you. It's a real thing. John Gibson for 100. Gary, Merry Christmas. Fuck Dean Spanos and Happy New Year. I know. I want to root for the Chargers so badly. I love Jim Harbaugh so much. And Justin Herbert's a fucking stud. But man, seeing Los Angeles in front of the Chargers, knowing Los Angeles couldn't give a fuck about the Chargers, and good, like, credit to Los Angeles. I'm not one to give Los Angeles credit for anything. Credit to Los Angeles for going, we don't fucking want you. Like, sincerely, thank you, LA. We know us San Diegans, we know we got the little brother syndrome. We know your city is dirtier, filled with more fentanyl zombies, filled with more crime. We know our city's was better, was until it got turned into you. But I appreciate all the Los Angelinos out there who are going, no, the Chargers should stay. Props to you for saying that. The fact of the matter is the Raiders should have gone to Los Angeles. The Raiders are still the most popular team in Los Angeles. When the Raiders play in Los Angeles, they will get more Raider fans there. Most of the Las Vegas Raider fans are from Los Angeles, and they go over there. It's like the NFL's fucking retarded. And maybe they start fixing stuff when they return. We'll know the world is truly healing when the Washington Redskins come back, which is looking very real right now. Looking very real right now. Where'd I go? Where was I? What happened? I got lost. Hang on. Where did that go? There it is. Okay. Josh L. Have you have to work, but at least I can watch the streams. Cheers. Sorry you have to work, but we'll be there for you. Thank you, Josh L, for $1.99. Sienna Reese for $4.99. I am working right now, Thursday and Friday too. Okay, well then we'll be streaming for you. And I had to work I worked on a lot of Christmas days. I was in prison for some Christmas days and some Thanksgivings. Also, I haven't done this lately. I need to really pick this back up again. Maybe I'll start this year with New Year's. I used to volunteer at the local like Alano Club, wherever I was at, and to either secretary work or just be at the Christmas Day meeting in the evening. That's where the real lonely hearts are. It's called service. It's part of the program. My workplace is having us work today and Friday, says Nader Brick Channel. They got to make money. But you get Christmas Eve off and Christmas Day off. Yeah, but going back for Friday, that's such a bummer. Do you have to work Saturday, though? That might make it a little better if you just come back for a day. And then your government wants to complain that they have to work for Christmas. Yeah, fuck my government. And you know what? I don't want them to work for Christmas. Shut down. I wish they would have shut down. The only fucking thing about that bill I gave a shit about was getting money to people in North Carolina, which the fact that they're fucking around with that and putting pork on that makes them all fucking scumbuckets. All scumbucks. That should have just been separate. It should have been done months ago or a month ago. The fact that they're dragging their feet, getting those people their money that they fucking need. Fuck them. Hey, Gary, first time super chat. I work in recycling. We have work days except Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. But we have to work the following Saturday. Yeah. You do like real work there. Dominated by men, by the way. I think 90%. Clank, I'm a tank for $10. Not so much forgiving members of the media, but dismembering the liberal platforms. Dismembering, same thing. The liberal platforms. How many activists will go back to the Young Turks now? The activists will feel abandoned, and they will be left with ABC. I mean, that's a good point. People are going to switch sides. Some of it's going to be sincere. Most of it will be bullshit. It doesn't mean you don't entertain it. I would say entertainment, don't embrace it. Don't trust anybody until they, through their behavior and time, have shown you they are worthy of that trust through their actions, not their words. I think it's perfectly okay to be skeptical of Cenk fucking Uygur. Okay. I don't think we just need to let everybody in immediately. It's like, whoa. Okay. You guys won without them. You don't need them. They need you. So they need to do the work. If they want to do the work, fine. I'm fine with it. Okay. But do not forget and call them out on it, going, okay, Cenk, you wanted, you wish death on MAGA. Tell me your thought process for that and what has changed your mind. And be honest. And it's up to you whether he's being honest or not. But we want to bring the country together. We really do. But there's certain bad actors, you're not going to get away with it that easy. You're just not. That's not how life works. It's not how life works. And the Turning Point USA, I don't want to shit on it. Like what I saw of it, Benny did great, and it looks like a lot of people had fun. Ninth Circle of Hell for me. I wouldn't want to go to something like that. And yes, there was the Bryson Gray fight and Laura Loomer fighting with fucking Milo. With that one, I say let them fight. Let them go somewhere and scrap for the rest of time so we don't have to hear from either one of them. That would be great. The sooner the better. But, you know, they have a right to speak. They all have a right to speak. Just not my favorite. Not my favorite. But yeah, there's going to be some people who come over and it's going to be genuine. There's some people who are full of shit, but you know, I'm not probably breaking any news here. A lot of people in the right wing sphere, political sphere, are full of shit. It's just as Hollywood as Hollywood. Now, does that mean like the importance of their message and what they're trying to get to their audience? Does that take away from it? You know, not necessarily. It depends. You really want people to be sincere, though. Authenticity is the currency of the future. So if you're fake, it will be found out. It will be found out. A poser, a tourist, a fraud will always out themselves. We don't work if a movie maker wants to make a niche movie targeting woke, then in my opinion, let the budget reflect that niche audience. Yeah. Woke don't work. Woke don't work. It doesn't. It's like what Chris was explaining with like the gay rom-com. The gay rom-com does work. $10 million budget, strategical release in major urban areas. He said New York, Los Angeles, but actually you could put it in like probably 5 theaters in San Francisco and they'd all 5 sell out, where you wouldn't get one person in Tulsa. You know, that works. That's what it's for. We definitely, there are gay people in the world. There are gay stories. Have it match commonsensically what you want to produce and make a profit off of. And you could make a profit off it. Kevin Smith movies made money because they're made for fucking Kevin Smith fans and nerds before he became a complete Hollywood douchebag fucking sellout. Which has been most of his career at this point. The Kevin Smith we all remember from the 90s hasn't existed for decades. Probably right after Clerks. Maybe right. Chasing Amy. I don't know. A lot of people consider Chasing Amy this great film. Go back and rewatch it. Clerks is good. But you're right. John Doe for £5 British. They are crapping themselves in the video game industry too. Turns out less than 25% of the time on games was things released in 2024. Yeah. The gaming industry, it's all the bubbles are bursting. All the bubbles. Too much investor money was wasted. And it's a shame because we could, and I'm not joking here, and we were heading towards a renaissance. And it got co-opted by activists. So this renaissance was almost cut off right when it was about to start to rise. There was some really good storytelling going on in 2012, 13, 14. And then it just, around 15, it stops dead. Trump is elected and he broke an industry. He broke multiple industries. He broke some people's minds forever. I think there's a lot of people who relapsed over Trump and their anxiety over Trump. That was all in their fucking head because they watched too much corporate legacy dinosaur media that spun these people out of control. For one, don't watch too much of that stuff. And please keep in mind, if you do, people have been saying this for decades, that they're fucking lying to you. Okay. But it's best not to watch. Eventually, that problem will take care of itself and there won't be any to watch. And that's good because you are the media now. We are the media now. Hartford paid for their AA baseball team with 100% tax dollars, supposed to be $25 million and take a year. Took 3 and it cost almost $80 million. Yep. It's all no AAA is bringing in millions. Okay. Kenneth LaRock says, hi, Gary. Better remember for Zen Zoltan says, since I can't give you a super chat today, here is 50 gifties. Holy shit. 5 gifts, but hail and holy shit. 50 gifties. Zen Zoltan. Thank you. Yeah, we had to turn them off because I have to go. I have to work on this video. I don't know a title yet. I think it's pretty simple. Usually like to be, well, once in a while, I like to be clever. This one's pretty simple. I could change my mind, but whatever. You'll watch it or you won't. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. It'll be out in about an hour. So thank you, everyone. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. Thank you to the Modrotics. Thank you to Rumble. Appreciate you. Hope everybody at Rumble has a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody on the Rumble chat, everybody on the YouTube side, have a very Merry Christmas. We will be back tomorrow. Well, there's a video coming out in 1 hour. Then I will be back on a very special Real BBC. That will be our annual Christmas Eve live stream. Confirmed, semi-confirmed is Mahler and Az. There may be others. You never know. And yeah, join us tomorrow night. No Nooner on Wednesday because that's Christmas Day. But we have Friday Night Tights. Who's on Friday Night Tights again? What you told me. Mahler. Right?
Mahler, yeah.
Yeah, Mahler. Yeah, Mahler's on Friday Night Tights this weekend. Yeah, if after my video, if you want to go enjoy a nice long live stream, I was on EFAP on Saturday and we discussed the Christmas movie Die Hard. We broke it down and had a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So thanks everyone. Really appreciate you. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. To all the working men and women out there, thank you for working so hard during the holidays. You know, don't be a fucking ass. Don't be a fucking Ryan. Don't be a fucking asshole to your retailer worker. They're trying to help you. Kill them with kindness. It's the best way to go. If you are just somewhat kind to a retailer worker, they will work harder for you. If you're a dick, they won't. Don't be a fucking asshole to the retail workers. Please. Ryan. Ryan, we've all been there. We've all had to put up with that. It's so fun. It's so fun. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.